Hello and welcome to Not Your Mother's Midlife Crisis. I'm Chris, and this is my co-host, Chris.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. It's good to be with you, as always.
Good to be with you.
And I have to talk to you. What do you think? We haven't even really discussed it about our last guest, Karen Bartholomew, and her pause method.
I really liked it, and I thought she was super relatable.
Yes.
I liked how she talked about how it's been through her life, how these tactics that she's used have helped her. I liked the small shifts because it reminds me of like anytime you're trying to change a behavior, whether it's your fitness or your nutrition or just trying to be more attentive, just small changes are very beneficial rather than trying to make a big giant change.
Yes.
So that was the big impact, and not living in past pain.
Yeah, I like
They were
that.
my things that
And recognizing why you may feel the way you do, and just to know that, it's okay, you can be safe, and to embody it every day. Like
Yes.
every day is a process.
Yes. Yeah, I thought she was great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really liked
I
it.
really-
Hopefully our listeners did too.
Yeah. Yes, we did get some
Yeah.
good feedback, and we'll talk about that other, like the format at the
Yes.
end.
Mhm.
So
And then how was your holiday weekend? I know we got to see one another, but
we did.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a fun impromptu get together.
yes.
They're always the best. The things
They
you
are.
don't plan for, I always think turn out the best. Because the weather, of course, rained on the entire East Coast, and
Yes.
it was chilly.
Yes.
So every plan that we did have fell through. So there was no beach, there was no boat, there was no outdoor dining. There was all indoor stuff.
And in fact, I told you I was wearing my Memorial Day weekend outfit today since I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
wear it during the weekend. So I'm wearing my American flag sweater that I got at Brig Chic. I'm wearing white pants because
Yeah.
I'm going full Memorial Day, even though it's after the weekend. But now, of course, today when we all have to go back to work and routines, the sun is shining
It's
and
nice.
it's warm.
And that's why you wear the outfit.
Yeah. So it's good. So
No.
I'm kind of like extending the celebration.
Memorial Day is always worth adding an extra day to.
Yes.
It
would be nice.
those
And you
veterans
get to
deserve
celebrate
it.
Erin's birthday.
We did get to celebrate
Which is
Erin's birthday.
exciting.
So much fun. And I also found a new podcast. It's called Herself Podcast.
Okay.
They're basically us, but 20 years younger. And they have like barrel chairs like we do. I loved it. I don't know. They just showed up on my feed, but they have young kids
Okay.
and they were super cute. I don't know. I just thought they were great. They would be great for our younger listeners that still have kids in that younger phase, but they are a little bit more serious. I didn't see anything or hear anything that was, goofy and silly like how we get.
Okay.
They take on some big issues, and especially with raising kids, and they talk it out, and they were really super sweet. This one that I listened to was about situational anxiety. So it just made me, because I feel like every time someone talks, like any woman, I'm like, yeah, it's hormones. Yeah, it's hormones.
Yeah.
And then it was the same thing because they're talking about situational anxiety, and I'm like, oh, it could be perimenopause.
Yeah.
It could be, and
Yes.
I'm not discounting it that in any way, size, shape, or form. But I remember where things that would never give me anxiety when I was that age suddenly did. And I'm like, why can't I handle this anymore? What's wrong with me? But, now we know, but we didn't know back then. So now I do know how to recognize what things cause me to have anxiety. And recognize when, even if I don't anticipate it, it feels like that racing feeling.
Yes.
So do you ever experience that?
Oh, 100%. Even
Yeah.
when you talked about it, like that this would be a good topic, I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
100% yes. Because I was always someone, I would get stressed about things, but I think it would probably be the same for you. Like we're just very A-type personality. So you want things to go right and you want to be prepared. So I would always have like, whatever, nervous stomach or butterflies, like just to
race
dance.
feeling.
But I was never like anxious about it or felt like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. I can't do this.
Right.
But it would have been in my early 40s and it would have been PMS at the 1000th degree or this overwhelming feeling of I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't handle this. And then it was causing me to lose sleep at night. And the kids are little and you're balancing the job and everything going on at home. And then you're not sleeping. But I think part of the not sleeping is also perimenopause.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
And then the focus. So whenever you're anxious, the focus, the ability to concentrate and stay on one task is so hard.
Yes.
And then it just doesn't ever go away. Like, 'cause now I don't really have a reason to feel like that anxious, but I still feel like it. Like I walk into a room, I'm like, no idea why I'm here. That happens at least once a day. But you know what I do get anxious about? Like I have, a real estate deal going on right now. Like I do one at a time, but clearly it's not enough to create muscle memory.
Yes.
Like if I called into a gym tonight and they said, we need you to coach and they're going to nationals next week, do the lesson plan. I'd be like, yes. And I'd have it all because I have so much
Mhm.
muscle and brain memory in that. In real estate, I just haven't built it enough. So every time I do something, I just make myself so incredibly anxious.
But that's your A-type personality because you wanna make sure everything is perfect. You don't wanna make a mistake.
I hate making mistakes.
So same, but I think then it only adds then the whole perimenopause hormonal issues, then the anxiety elevated to things that we would do every day
Right.
that we weren't really worried about, that it would just be overwhelming. And I think that kind of was part of like the whole brain fog, trying to process everything,
Yeah.
not having the sleep. And that's what I think freaked me out the most was why am I anxious about things that I know I can handle? Why am I anxious about things that are going on that I've done in the past? Like what the hell is this crazy
Right.
train that I'm riding and
And
why can't I get off of it?
Right, and
Mhm.
we had no idea that it was hormone related, or it could be
Mhm.
hormone related. And then you worry about like I'm getting anxious more and more. I'm stringing these together. Do I have an anxiety
Yeah.
problem, or is it just where I'm at,
Mhm.
or and the things that I'm dealing with? You know?
Yeah, and I was, like, chalking it up to the part of I'm someone that needs my sleep, as you know, I
Hmm.
need my sleep, and then not sleeping, whether it be just because I would be awake going through, like, a to-do list of what I had to do the next day, or a combination of then having night sweats
Right,
and wake that would be waking me up in the middle of the night. I would try and keep, like, a tablet next to my bed to write things down. All the little, like, tricks that, we've talked about before about
right,
sleeping, but they were really things that just snowballed the anxiety because then you're tired, so then
right, and
it
then it
got
all
only
adds up.
worse. Yes,
Everything together. Look, I'm like getting all anxious
I know.
already. Sometimes thinking about anxiety gives me anxiety.
Anxiety.
It doesn't go together well.
But I wish I would have known sooner because now looking back, I'm like, it was perimenopause.
Yeah.
It was, and we could have really helped.
I'm so happy for our younger friends and
Yes.
our kids that I hope. Well, so here's the thing. I'm happy that they'll be able to recognize it and be like, great, this is perimenopause. I could let me check, get my blood
Mhm.
checked. And okay, yes, there's a dip in estrogen, but I hope by then that this is covered under insurance and
Yes.
that, they're not all going to be in a situation and they're not going to want to. They'll be like, oh, do I let my kid join that, baseball team or get to go to that camp or whatever? And not feel guilty about it or you say, I can't do the hormones because I'm doing this for my
Yes.
children. They shouldn't have to decide.
No. And
So we're almost there.
providers, yeah,
Yeah.
there needs to be medical providers that are gonna help them
Yeah.
and not say, "Oh, we wanna put you on an antidepressant or an
Oh
anti-anxiety,"
gosh.
since
I
that's not the
Yeah. I
Mhm.
just listened to Dr. Katie Casperson. She did a podcast this week that was about getting off depression medication and how hard it really is.
Mhm.
And just all the side effects that they
Yes.
say you'll get used to it. And they kind of go into that. No, you don't really get used to it. And then you have to relive it again when you go off of it.
Mhm.
So,
No, my sister, because 'cause we've talked about it now, and she said she was going through all the same stuff that we just talked about. She goes and again, this is her gynecologist, talks to her gynecologist about and look, I can't do this. I'm like laying in bed going, how am I gonna be able to deal with this day? How am I
mhm,
gonna be able to handle all the stuff with family and with my job and all these demands? And again, early to mid 40s, this
right.
was happening. Instead of recognizing it as what that time is and starting middle of whatever part of perimenopause, the doctor right away was like, oh, I'm gonna put you on an anti-anxiety medicine.
Yeah.
And then my sister got the prescription filled, read everything in the pamphlet, and she was just like, "There's no freaking way I am taking this because of those reasons." Like, she's like, "It has to be something else." All of a sudden, it just doesn't switch,
Right.
and now this happens.
Right. How long ago was that?
Oh, well, it has to be like 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would have been all like
Yeah.
around that same time. And then like we talked about it. But I know my daughter Lucy. So I guess it would have been her senior year in high school, and she always had irregular periods, really, really bad PMS.
Hmm.
So the doctor suggested she go on birth control pills and put her on a birth control pill. And you could see a change in like a 2-month period where I was like, something's not right. Like a full on like depression.
Wow.
Like this is, as you know her,
Yeah.
this is someone like super active, very athletic, involved in, all these
Oh,
varsity
yeah.
sports, all this stuff going on at school. And it was a struggle for her to get out of bed. And
Oh,
so
that's not like her.
but being there, like, I recognized it. I'm like, "What is going on?" And she's like, I just felt dark," like, the way she
Oh my
described it.
gosh. Yeah.
So I looked then, not looking at it before, looked and saw that depression, anxiety is one of the side effects of this birth control pill. And I, like, course, did my online research. But now
Right.
someone I was on the pill for years, and I never had those
Yep.
issues. So I didn't think of it. Within 3 days of her stopping, I'm like, "Stop, go in the portal, message your doctor, explain what's going on." We stopped it within, I would say, 3 to 5 days. She said it was like the shade had been lifted on her brain. So you can really, that's like firsthand what hormones could do. In this case, it was artificial hormones.
Right. And
Yeah. Mhm.
on levels that are probably so high
Yes.
to begin
Mhm.
with.
So you think for us, then it's
Yeah.
our hormones are being depleted, and then your body's kinda going through that
Oh,
struggle.
so
So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
interesting. The
So
body is an amazing thing.
yes. And in fact, when we're talking about that you just listened to the podcast, I was listening to Mel Robbins,
Okay.
and she had, that Dr. Rachel Rubin on
Mhm.
her show, and they talked about all these, again, not feeling well, feeling anxious, all the things that are going on. And this Dr. Rubin said there is biology behind those symptoms. Do not settle for the fact that this is aging. It's just how it is. You're dealing with a lot, and the hormones are that biology. So hopefully, you just need to get the right care.
I think I'm so interested to see what happens in healthcare in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, honestly, really like the next 2 to 3, just because women are not going to take it anymore.
Yes.
They're not just going to sit back and say, "Oh, this is what my doctor said."
Yeah.
They're going to say no to the doctor and say, "We need to be better." There are options. So it's going to be interesting. I
And
think
it's
there's
not.
so many doctors that have like embraced this change and are excited to help women work out their hormones. And there are some that, want to stay in the past.
Yeah, I'm still mad at my old gynecologist.
You can
In
be.
fact, I almost want to like message her in the portal and send a nasty message. Just be like, what you did was so wrong. This is
Right.
not part of this is just not a part of aging. It's just not
Doesn't have to
gentle.
be.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Hmm.
So, talk about all this anxiety, some ways that we can help deal with it.
Yes.
I will say, if you're feeling anxious right away, definitely the breathing helps.
It does.
Either if you're going to choose diaphragmic or fill up your chest or both, it definitely helps. Obviously, going to the gym helps you have a release. Reading, but I think one of the best things is what we're doing right here. Like
Yes.
talking it out.
Hmm.
They used to be the old rule is have a glass of wine or a pint of ice cream. So, you're either eating your feelings or drinking them and, it leads to other problems. I don't think either one of
Yeah.
them always have the best outcome. It might feel good for a little bit. And
Yeah.
maybe if there's a really bad thing, go for it.
Yes.
And every once in a while, you gotta. But I usually I only drink when I'm happy. I don't want to drink when I'm sad
Oh, yeah, that's
because
good.
then I'm afraid that,
Yeah,
yeah,
correct.
yeah,
And I know, yeah, working out was always helpful for me, even if it's just a stressful time, not necessarily like anxiety, but just a lot of stress going on.
right,
And at least it gave you like for me, like that moment of sanity,
right.
like that everything else, nothing mattered.
Distraction.
You were focused on the workout,
Yeah.
which was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and to me, fresh air, like just get out and like walk, which I
That
think
does
that's why our
always,
walks
yeah,
are always
yeah.
good, just to like leave it on the pavement.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so it was both. It was like, yeah, leaving it on the pavement and the air and
Yeah.
just being outside and feeling grounded.
But I was always someone that, especially, like I was always someone that went inward, which was not good, and kind of try to process everything. So I have to thank you for being one of my
Yeah,
people to
sure.
vent to.
And thank you.
And it does. It really helps.
Yes,
'Cause-
talking it out definitely helps. And you just have to be open. And I think you and I are both very open to hearing what someone else may have to say. Because I think for so long, everybody's kind of just kept their mouth shut. It's like people, the people on the street would overparent other people's children. And you're like, hey, and then everybody went like, nope, sorry, just saw your
Yeah.
kid do something really bad. I'm not going to say anything at all. And I think there's a middle ground. There's a
Yes.
middle ground and there's listening and asking the right questions, not necessarily telling people what to do, but just asking the right questions to help people just find that release.
Or just not feeling so isolated.
Yeah. Yes. Having someone to understand you, be
Yes.
empathetic is helpful.
Yeah. Even if you just have to scream and curse
And
and be like,
sometimes you got
"Oh, this
to.
is the way I feel," then it
Yes.
helps.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Though laughter is the best
Yes.
medicine. Laughter. It's so much more fun to laugh.
That's
I
true.
forget what we were laughing about the other night, but we were all dying laughing when we were
I
downstairs.
know. I
Yeah.
didn't even
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not
I
for
know.
here. But sorry, got distracted. Squirrel. All right. So that's anyway, her self podcast.
Okay. I'm gonna
If
definitely
they're
check that
Abby
out.
and Amy.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
super cute.
Oh, they're the 2 A's.
They're the two A's or the two C's.
Two
Oh,
C's, yeah. I
look
like
at that.
Okay, so
And barrel chairs.
and barrel chairs. I know, I like that too. Uh-huh. So what did you learn before you forget?
This is an interesting one and it's short.
Okay.
So because I wrote it down, I don't know, over a week ago. So now I forget where I heard it.
Okay.
Should have wrote that down too. But it is normal practice in the Chinese culture to take a shower with your underwear. So they started it as, it was definitely a podcast. They get in the shower with their underwear on.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's just weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So, but it is because they clean their underwear in the shower and then they wash it in the washer. I was like, I don't think that just cleaning it in the shower is a good idea. But then it went on and said, because that area of your body and what you put on it is worth 2 washes.
Okay, but here's the question. Did they say, do they leave the underwear on the whole time in the shower?
No, they take it off.
Okay, so then
Yes,
you
they
can
don't.
still get
They
clean.
do take it off
Okay.
and wash it there. Like I was like, I don't know. Oh, you were always told leaving wet things on. It's not a good idea.
Or getting in dirty underwear. I'm
Right.
like, oh, yeah.
Remember, you can't walk around in a wet bathing suit. Oh, those were the days. Anyway, yes, so that's my,
Okay.
what did I learn before I get? Use your private area is worth 2 washes.
Okay, yeah, with your underwear.
Okay.
All right.
I told you.
I know.
It's something new I
All
learned.
right.
You know?
That would be like a good little, like,
I mean, I do it with my bathing suit,
yeah, that's true.
you know?
Yeah. To get that, like, all the sand.
Yeah,
And
get all this, yeah.
Okay. So this, well, it's kind of relates to, since we just talked about you drink when you're happy. So just in time for summer.
Yes.
Since it will eventually be here. But I did, again, I saw this on the internet. So there is a disclaimer, whether it's true or not, but it does make sense.
We're not doctors either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We used to say that all the
I know.
time.
But I was like, oh, but listening to it, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. So I know you and I both talked about now in menopause, drinking totally
Just can't
impacts how you feel afterwards, how you
Yes.
like are
I hate
sleep
it.
the next day. So this was specifically geared towards what has the lowest inflammation causing, or what's the lowest inflammation causing alcohol that
I'm in.
enjoy, especially during menopause, since that's an issue. So the first one would be tequila blanco.
I'm out.
I know. And they specifically mentioned it had to be this additive free Lola brand.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the one.
All right. So not Casamigos that has.
No, in
lots.
fact, they even mentioned because
I love it. It's so good.
That was one they said not to do.
I know. It's a good one though.
Then the other one was gin, which I
Okay.
was glad
Sorry,
about. It
girl.
has to be a clean botanical, and they specifically recommended botanist gin, which is a good gin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there on that shelf.
Okay.
Yep.
Vodka. It has to be gluten-free and a minimal additives like Brian will be happy, Grey Goose, or
Okay.
Kettle One were the 2 that they recommended. If it has to be, if it was like multiple distillations, they're like, don't do it because that means it has too many additives in it.
Okay.
They said this will be good for you and Sue. Well, you should stay away from Chardonnay. Savvy B is the
Good.
way to go.
It's so light.
Or the Spanish Albarino.
Never heard of
is
it.
the white wine. No red wines, especially cabs.
Brian
And
will not
then
like that.
the higher the ABV, the alcohol by volume,
Yep.
the worse it is and the most inflammation. So no Cutwater.
All right. So let me ask you a
Sorry,
question.
Cutwater.
I know
Yeah.
it. You know, with this weekend, I was drinking the Cutwater.
Okay.
So I was taking the Mule, but then I was mixing it with club soda.
Oh, so that probably
Does that
reduces the
dilute it?
alcohol
Yeah.
by volume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing like can for can.
Okay.
So like I would have I would pour a half a can of the Cutwater and a half a can
Well,
of,
that would make sense. So if it was,
So it'd be
isn't that
50%.
normally like 12%, then yeah, you reduce it to 6.
which is still kind of high.
No, but they said that's actually pretty good because they
Okay.
talked about you should do like, I forget what they, what's the one? It's usually like an iced tea or a lemonade. What's the vodka?
Twisted tea or
No.
high noons.
High Noons.
Okay.
And they're only 5% alcohol by volume. So they said that's a good enough.
Okay. Isn't beer for like 4%?
But they no mention of beer. I don't know if it's
Interesting.
because there's all, I'm not really sure.
They just fill you up
they
so
just
much.
talked about alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. A little summer
I like
information.
that. Summer, yeah, good.
Mhm.
What alcohol are we going to drink?
Yeah.
Oh, but we're supposed to drink Riley's tea
Yes.
from the wedding.
With gin. So it's going to be Riley's tea with botanist gin.
Okay.
And tea's also good. And it's lemon. It's lemon juice,
Okay. We can do that.
Earl Grey tea, and botanist gin.
We're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So low inflammation,
We've got this.
refreshing drink.
Good. The
I like
summer
it.
is going to be good.
Yeah.
All right. Now I just got talked about all good stuff. Now we're going to move into this just pisses me off.
Okay. What do you have?
So I'm sure so many people are still crying over Spirit Airlines. And we're crying a lot because we had 120,000 points. We actually had a trip planned that we were going to cost us $11.
Wow.
And then they closed about a week before our trip. So then we rebooked it on Allegiant, both out of Atlantic City. And then, the tickets cost about, I think for the two of us, it was under $500, but $11,
Yeah.
it was whatever. That wasn't the problem. And we flew Allegiant for the wedding, it was great. It was fine. But what was so annoying is that on both the outbound and inbound flights, they're like, please make sure, and I never do this anyway, to put your non-paid bag under your seat. Your paid carry-on goes in the overhead, but that non-paid bag goes in between your feet on the floor. And they just kept saying it. I'm like, I feel like I'm like at detention. I'm at school. They're
Yeah.
talking to us like we're babies. What was really annoying was this couple got on and they there were people sitting in the seats where they're putting their carry-on. I'm like, are they sitting across from them? They put their stuff in the carry-on at row 7. They went all the way back to like row 20 something. I'm like, fuck you.
That pisses me off.
Like, what are you doing? That's so rude.
Yes.
Like, if you can't carry that bag, and they did not look like they couldn't carry it. If you couldn't carry that bag, I'll help you. But if you can carry that bag, bring it back with you. So then the people that were there, they get on and there's no room for their stuff. And so they have to put their stuff back there where your stuff belongs. Makes no sense that the person, it's so thoughtless and inconsiderate going, I don't care that I'm taking this spot and this person that's sitting here, their bag's going to have to go all the way in the back of the plane. So then they're going to have to wait to get their bag so I can walk 30 feet without a bag.
So you would think the flight attendant should have told them, take your bag back.
They didn't say it. And I kind of gave them a look, but
What the purpose was.
Right, because they don't have to carry their bag back. Like, what is the purpose?
Yes.
Like, you're taking the spot from people who are there, so their bag goes in the back, and that slows everybody down getting off the plane. You don't know if they have a connecting flight.
Yeah.
You don't know what they got going on. Keep your shit with yourself.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off. See, I'm getting pissed off all over again, and that was over a week ago. Hate assholes.
Well, no, that pisses me off.
Yeah, see?
Because you hate that. And especially, too, a lot of times if you're sitting more towards the front of the plane, you had to pay for your seat, which means that you paid for like your overhead.
You're paying more.
Because you want that.
Oh, and you did.
Yeah.
You definitely did pay more.
Oh, yeah. So Allegiant is a lot like Avelo Airlines, which flies out of Wilmington. It's just like that low budget. But I flew Allegiant, as you know, for Riley's wedding. And I was just probably more excited that both flights got in really early, like a lot earlier than. So that was something. So I like put that.
You thought it was the best thing in the world.
Column.
Yeah.
And I hadn't flown Spirit in years. I was supposed to fly them in June, but obviously that got
not.
canceled.
No.
So I really don't have anything to compare it to. But I could tell you Allegiant is not as bad as Frontier Airlines. Like Frontier Airlines, it was probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I flew with Lucy to Atlanta, and I can only refer to Frontier as Sky SEPTA because it was like a dirty city bus in the sky.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. We've only flown them once to Boston, and our flight back, they canceled. It wasn't even like delayed. They're like, yeah, so we had to rent a car and drive home.
Yes.
Like,
I remember going to the gate in Philly airport, to the Frontier gate, and I was like, did I make a wrong turn? Am I at a bus station? It seemed like it was kind of.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was a little. Okay, so my just pisses me off happened at Seamus's graduation. Which,
oh,
was like,
and it's such a great day.
Yeah.
Don't mess with my great day.
I know. 2 weekends ago, or 1 weekend. No, 1 weekend ago.
Yeah.
Wow. So as you know, from Riley, when she graduated from grad school there, the big tradition is they walk the lawn. And so they walk the lawn and they parade from the rotunda, and they have balloons, and it's just a lovely tradition, and the weather
is
beautiful.
Such a cool graduation.
Yes. So that part was so exciting. So we get our spots, everybody's standing. Of course, you're trying to find your graduate and you're looking for the balloons. That's a whole other story. But so as soon as it starts and you see all the kids walking.
There are a lot of kids. What did you say, 4,000?
Oh, there's over 4,000 because and
you're probably there for one.
Yes.
Right. You're there for one child. Okay.
Because it was part of the grad school, and he was with the College of Arts and Sciences, so that's
huge. Yeah.
Huge. That's almost 3,000 right there.
Wow.
So as soon as it starts, a woman gets up and stands on a chair, and then
there are little folding chairs.
And then and she stretches out her arm with her phone to video the procession. Not for her, just her graduate, she went to video the entire procession of all 4,000 people. So by her doing that, she blocked pretty much everybody behind her, which would have included like my sister, like Seamus's girlfriend, like, and then people that I didn't even know.
I mean,
And
your
then
arm's
because her
gotta get
arm is stretched, then she's like partially blocking me.
right.
Yeah.
How do you hold your arm out that long?
Yes.
It's a long
And
graduation.
I'm like, really? You just want to get everybody?
And nobody asked, nobody.
No. And it wasn't like she was, nope, she just hopped right up. So then other people then had to hop up to do that.
Oh,
It was if
that's
everybody
annoying.
could have just
Sit down
sit down.
and then just like everybody, like my child is up, I go in. Once my child comes, then I'll duck out. I'll let somebody who maybe their kid hasn't come through yet that let them see.
And that's what happened in our row. And the family was so nice because there were like a few seats. They were right on the end. They saw they saw their son. They got the picture. And then the woman was so sweet. And she's like, would you like to come out? And like,
It's
and
so
so I
nice.
got to stand in the end to like look for him so I could see him like right there.
Right.
But I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. It pissed me off so bad that I took a picture to remember to show you the
Oh.
picture of this. Just pisses me off.
So I about to say, inconsiderate people are definitely what pisses us off this week.
Yes.
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
Like I don't get that.
Yeah. So
Everybody's there. Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to see. Don't stop. Don't take that joy from someone else.
No.
Don't be that person, guys.
yes.
Don't be that person.
All right. So please give me your letter to your younger self.
Okay. My letter to my younger self would be, Dear Chris, don't ever worry about the size on that label. You can't see that tag. When you're out there wearing that outfit, you don't see what size it is. No one else sees the size. I just remember being like, trying on the size that I'd normally fit in and being like, it doesn't fit, like it's not fitting, and being upset and angry, and then not wanting to go to that next size and being like, nope, I have to fix myself. I have to fix me to fit the size, not just go up a size.
Yes.
And part of the letter would also include like, if I put on that next size and I look good in it, then I'm going to be confident. And nothing looks more beautiful than confidence.
Yes.
And comfort. Like it needs to be comfort. That nothing else matters if it's not comfortable.
Correct.
So my letter at the end he would say to leave the size in the closet because worrying about it doesn't look good on anyone.
Yeah. And especially for women, if you think about it, our bodies change so much.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're meant to have babies. Our bodies literally our skin is meant to change and move with different time periods of our life. Let it do that freely.
Yeah.
Don't make it have to speak this cookie cutter shell that you've decided it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the number's the number. I mean, I love it. And it's so true because the same thing I'll tell you, after I had Lucy, like every Tuesday, she was born, and every week I would try on my jeans. Like why I was obsessed with that. You know what I mean? That had to be something.
Yeah.
Like at what week will I be able to fit back into them?
Yeah.
But
and the only focus should have been is, do I feel good and how's my baby? Yeah.
Yeah, but something, so
yeah,
I needed your letter. And I used to weigh myself on a regular basis. I don't even have the scale anymore.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Which is why when I went to the doctor, I was like, I weigh how much?
Number.
Okay. But yeah, I don't, so I have to.
I'm growing up.
Yeah, I just have to be like, am I healthy?
Right. Do you feel good? Right.
Yeah. Can I still move? Do I have my mobility?
Yeah.
All that good
exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
The mobility is the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right. What's your letter?
Okay. My letter is a shout out to our amazing Tori.
That girl.
She would actually be my letter to my younger self. I would be, dear younger Chris, be more like Tori.
I mean, I wish I could be more like Tori.
Yeah. Even now I wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just gave me a beautiful card.
Yeah.
And it had a quote that she said made her think of us.
Okay.
And it made me think of my letter. So it was, you have to open your mouth to speak, even if your voice shakes.
That's pretty powerful because there are a lot of times where you're like, I'm not going to open my mouth because my heart is racing so much and I'm afraid I'm going to cry.
Yes.
Or my voice is shaking and you're like, I don't want to show my emotion. So I just don't say anything.
Yes. So
that's pretty powerful. I like that.
Yeah. So it's be like Tori.
Be like Tori.
And and open your mouth.
Should be a song. Be like Tori. You don't want me to sing. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I think we're already ready for 50 Shades.
Yes. All right.
So the saga of my hair with not getting the Pure Lux. Thank God, Rex. She's my angel lifesaver. She had texted me the morning that I was going to go get my color anyway. She said, hey, if you get here early enough, I can do the keratin. So it's the keratin 24 or the express, whatever you want to call it. I put it in. do the whole process. Process is much shorter. It's only
Okay.
like an hour and a half, 2 hours total, opposed to, I think it's even shorter than that because I had gotten color too, opposed to doing like the Pure Luxe, which is like 4 hours. And like the Magic Sleek and the Cezanne, whatever we had done in the past. Made it to Florida and back without getting any salt water on it.
Okay.
And we certainly didn't get any salt water on it now. So it's just the salt water. We're in the ocean a lot.
I know.
So it slowly depletes it, and not too slowly. It's a gradual, I guess I should say. Doesn't do it all at once, but getting ocean water on it is not good for your keratin treatment.
Okay.
So I got it. My hair survived Florida.
Okay.
And it didn't frizz up. So if you need the Keratin Express, do it.
I'm doing the keratin on Friday.
Good.
But again, I don't know.
Are you doing the Express or you don't know what you're
I
doing?
think I'm just doing the regular.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, mine I had to wash out in 24 hours. So they had washed it, but then after they smooth it out with the flat iron, then you just leave it and then you have to rinse it out 24
Oh.
hours. You have to wash your hair 24 hours, which I didn't love because normally when I get my hair
Yeah,
colored,
you don't have to wash it.
I don't wash it for try
Yes.
not to wash it for 48 hours. So give and take, man, this beauty
Okay.
process.
And I was wondering, because I was going to ask, especially about the salt water, isn't there anything like, could you put like a leave-in conditioner in your hair to try and help?
I think that's probably helpful.
Okay.
That's probably, feel like you asked that at one time and I asked,
Okay.
and I believe that is
Mm.
correct. That would be helpful.
So my 50 Shades is also hair related.
Oh, yay.
So this is a shout out to Sue, our friend Sue. She gave me the recommendation and I tried it. It's the K18 is the brand, and they have a treatment mask.
Okay.
She used it. She told us about it at Riley's shower, and then she used it for Riley's wedding. And her hair
Okay.
was beautiful.
Oh, her hair was very smooth.
Stayed all day.
Yeah.
I had used the Color Wow to try and keep the frizz out, and I had to go heavy on the Color Wow.
You have to go heavy on it. Yeah.
So she used so I bought the small one initially, and I really liked it. So I went and I'm like, the big negative is it's pricey.
Okay.
Pricey.
Everything's pricey right now.
So,
but
yes.
I get it.
And I get so now I understand because Sue said she just uses it for special occasions, which then I would do as well. So I used it for Seamus's graduation. But what you do is you shampoo your hair, don't put conditioner in it. You get out of the shower, put this treatment mask on. You don't touch it, leave it on for 4 minutes. Then you can comb it through.
Okay.
And then do whatever styling products you usually would put in your hair and then style your hair.
Okay.
So I did it for his graduation. So I went all day. We walked miles and it was hot.
My hair would normally frizz up.
And we went go the same thing. So I'm sweating. You're in the heat. You're like walking, and my hair stayed like all day.
Oh, that's great.
So I would definitely recommend it. And then I did buy the K18 purple shampoo, which I really like. So I tried that, and so it's supposed to take out like all the it was almost like a clarifying shampoo that goes like with it.
So K18, that's not any relation or any type of subproduct of keratin, is it?
No, I
No?
don't think
Okay.
so. That's just the brand K18.
Okay.
So so shout out to Sue. It was definitely really good.
Okay.
I liked it. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And then, so we want to know, and do we want to hear from our listeners
We do.
about last week's format? So did you like that we had a guest join us for our regular segments, that she gave us her?
Rather than us asking, 10 questions, 20 questions, whatever it is, we asked them the questions we felt were important, and then we asked them to participate in our normal segments.
Yes.
So did you guys like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Do you want more of that? Because we have on an author. Her name's Alana Auerbach, and she is the author of The Sure Thing, A Pleasure Practice. It's a sex book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going there.
We're going there.
We've kind of danced around with the pelvic floor store and with the our pelvic floor PT,
right? Yes,
and with Dr. Betsy Greenleaf. But I guess we're going all in.
We're going there, and I want to kind of point out that when I was talking about the Herself podcast, they really put themselves out there with a lot of personal stuff. And I was like, well, that's so strong of you and so thoughtful. And then I remember someone saying to us, and I don't know if they meant it so much in a positive way, but wow, you guys really put yourself out there. Did you really think I anticipated going yeah, everybody, I'm on HRT? I didn't plan on it, but it's I'm wearing a sign on my forehead that says it because we've said it so much. But you know what? If it helps somebody else, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, we have to be there to support one another. We do. And that's what it's supposed to be
and
about,
that honestly, the whole back to our premise was all this stuff shouldn't be a secret. Everybody should know all of this. Why is this we in the dark ages? Let's open the doors and let all the information fly.
Okay. We'll see what flies next week.
Next week, a lot of shit's going to be flying. I don't know.
I don't know.
I should wear a lot of makeup next week so my blushing doesn't show
Yeah, I was
through.
going to say, we'll all be all red.
Yeah.
But please like, share, download. It really helps us.
All the stuff. Thank you to our affiliates and merch. Please go click that bottom link. Click the link in the show notes. Even if you just Google it, it will take you to it and buy some of our merch.
Yeah, because Callie's stuff is great. And then even
so
if it
comfortable.
links you to it, like there's other things on her website invited to create. Like she's just beautiful things.
Yes. Yeah. And if you ever need any, specially or personalized apparel of any kind, really good stuff and good prices too. So
I've done it for my nephews for like his senior night.
Yeah,
we've done it for Turkey Bowl.
We did it for the golf
my
tournament.
sisters. Yeah, the golf tournament.
We did it.
Like whatever you need, she can do it.
Oh, and by the way, Chris started golfing.
Yes.
Yep.
Got golf shoes and a glove.
And you swung the club.
I did.
Yeah, you were great.
It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So our affiliates back to that are the Pelvic Floor Store and underoutfit.com. And until next week, where we continue to seek answers for women's health care.
And support one another. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.